Alright guys, in this tutorial I'm going to go ahead and give you a little walkthrough about how to do a sequence of events. We'll look at a couple of diagrams and we'll draw our own. Very first thing when you make a sequence of events is to always remember to start at the bottom. We have to remember some key words: deposition, erosion, intrusions, lava flows. And so we'll go ahead and see that as we build up. So just like a sandwich, we're going to build from the bottom up. It wouldn't make sense to start at the top. So the very first event would be this limestone right here, and that is the deposition of limestone. The next event would be this conglomerate, so that would be deposition of conglomerate. And next would be this sandstone right here. So number 3 would be the deposition of sandstone. And next we have to account for this erosion right here. So we have number 4, erosion of sandstone. Number 5 would be the shale, and that's deposition of shale. And then lastly is this basalt lava flow right here. So that would be basalt lava flow. And of course it's always a good idea to label your unconformities. Here we have an erosion. Here we have a nonconformity. So this guy here is a disconformity, and this guy here is a nonconformity as a lava flow. In our next diagram, there's a few more things going on. We're going to start at the bottom again. Here we go. Number 1 is going to be the deposition of the sandstone, and that's what this guy is. Number 2 is this. That's the deposition of shale. Number 3 is going to be this conglomerate. Now number 4 is going to be folding, because these 3 layers here, the conglomerate, the shale, and the sandstone, were all folded. They started out horizontal and then they got folded. So number 4 is going to be folding. Number 5 will be this sandstone. Number 6 will be this limestone. Now we have to be careful. Number 7 is actually this sandstone right here. And then we can say was the granite intrusion for number 8. We're going to account for the erosion of the sandstone. And then finally, number 10 will be the deposition of the limestone. Now, a word about the granite intrusion. You know, the granite intrusion could have come in any time after that deposition of the sandstone. That's all we know. We know that it had to have come in after, because it changed the sandstone, and it also changed the sandstone here, and it also changed the limestone. So it had to have come in after those two were there. Could have really come in any time. It could have been the last event. Doesn't really matter when you put it, just as long as you put it after the sandstone gets there. And then I put the erosion of the sandstone and then the deposition of limestone. Alright, next, a little bit different. Here I have a set of directions and I have a box. We're going to go ahead and draw this stuff. Now when you draw this, here's what's important to note. Look for folding and look for erosion. When you have erosion, put it together with the thing before it. And what I mean by that is this. Here I have deposition of sandstone and here I have erosion of sandstone. These two guys are going to be together. Why? Because when we have erosion, we have to represent it with some sort of wavy or eroded surface. So if I were to just do this and put the sandstone here, that doesn't show that the sandstone was eroded. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw my boundary a little messed up and jagged, like this, to account for the erosion. So there's our erosion of sandstone. And it doesn't really matter how thick you make the sandstone or any of the other layers, just put them there. But I also need to account for something else that can save me some work. If you'll notice, I also have this folding thing here. And what that means is that the limestone is going to be folded and the sandstone below it's going to be folded. So already I have to start over because my sandstone layer is not folded. So here's what my suggestion is to you. Read through the whole list first. And whenever you see folding, I just make a little mark and I put an arrow down. That goes to show me that everything below it is affected. And then when I see erosion, I make a little highlight. And I make sure that I have the appropriate layer. And I make sure that when I draw it with a wavy surface. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So here is our deposition of sandstone with an eroded, folded top. Here is our deposition of limestone. So I'm going to put my sandstone in here, and then I'm going to put my limestone in here, and clearly the limestone is folded. And that will take care of this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Next I have the deposition of shale. So I'm going to put some shale in here. Next I notice that I have a basalt lava flow. So I'm going to throw the basalt in there. Make sure I put the contact metamorphism, the metamorphic contact. That will take care of this guy and this guy. And then lastly, I notice I have deposition of shale with the erosion of shale. So I'm just going to draw kind of a wavy surface to show the erosion. And I'm going to put the shale in. And just for the heck of it, I will put in a pig. And to do a pig, you go little circle, bigger circle, little circle, bigger circle, half circle, great big circle, W, W, E, E, E. And then there is our pig, and our pig can't float. So I'm going to make sure that I take the pig and I just put him right there. And there is the whole deal with how to draw one of our sequence of events. Let me know if you have any questions in class. This is the kind of thing you'll be expected to do on an exam.